Hey guys, it's your girl SeekretD with today's strawberry letter response. So the title of the letter is I'm emotionally drained. This lady writes in, she's 42. She's a single parent to a 20-year-old man, young man. She said her son is dating a 21-year-old dancer. She said she's not a stripper. She dances at a bar, and that's that. So she said they just had a baby. The baby is fair-skinned and both of them is chocolate. She does not think the baby belongs to her son, and her son is afraid to ask for a paternity test. So she said she took it upon herself to ask the girl for a paternity test on her own. Now, when the son went over to see the baby after that conversation, the girl jumped on him and told him that he needs to stop letting his mother put those ideas in his head. So she said that she spoke to the girl and the girl told her to mind her business, etc., etc. She was very disrespectful. So she decides to call the girl's mother. She goes to church with the girl's mother, and she called her and told her that her daughter was very disrespectful to her, and etc. So she said that the lady, the girlfriend's mother, was upset about the phone call and said that she wanted to meet in person. So she said that the lady shows up to her house screaming for her to come outside. She comes outside, the lady jumps on her. She said they rolled around in the grass. She's not a fighter, so she just kept screaming for her to stop and stop pulling her hair. Her neighbor pulled the lady off of her, and she said she ran into the house. She called her son from inside the house, who put his girlfriend on three-way, and his girlfriend said she deserved to get her ass beat. Now, she's saying that she called the police, and the police didn't do anything because it was an issue between her son and his girlfriend. Now, she's saying that the son plans on moving in with this woman, and she told him that they can just get the baby and do a paternity test on their own. He doesn't want to do that, and now he's basically telling her to mind her business and stay out of his life. Like, stay out of his business. Mind your business. So she's saying that she feels like her son is turning against her, and she's looking for advice, essentially, on what she should do about that. This is wild. Okay, if I ever raise a son that thinks it's okay for not only to stay with a woman who's gonna put her hands on him, but also stay with a woman whose mother thinks it's okay for her to put her hands on me, please somebody help me, because I'm beating everybody's ass, okay? That's not gonna happen though, because I raised my children differently. But we shall listen. You never know. Kids surprise you, right? So let's not even say that. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so the most ignorant shit ever is, oh, they're two chocolate people and they have a fair-skinned baby. Okay, if she just had the baby, y'all know that that baby can get some color, right? Because my child, my youngest child, well, first of all, they all three of my sons came out very, 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 very light, right? I guess fair, if you want to call it that. And within days for some, within months for others, they got some color, okay? So obviously most people know that usually children, they get color as they get older. My youngest one took the longest, but his color came in, okay? So now, we know that it is possible for two darker skinned people to have a lighter skinned child because there are genetics. So you can have people, however your genes mix and mismatch and cross and twist and turn and however you, that's how you come out. Sometimes people be like literally the one parent or the parents are darker skinned, the kids are lighter skinned, but they look like copy and paste. So y'all need to get out of this. Y'all, meaning everybody who thinks like this, get out of this. Oh, if the baby's light skinned, it can't be the person's baby because the person is dark skinned. That is so ignorant and stupid, right? Let's get past that. So With that being said, this letter's wild. Ma'am, first of all, if your son thinks it's okay for this girl to hit him, and he thought it was okay to continue this relationship, he didn't call the cops, he didn't try to get any type of action against this girl that beat him up, put her hands on him, then when you called, all she did was mouth off to you. You called her mother hopped on you, which the ghetto, okay? It's just like, unfortunately, your child is mixing with the wrong type of people, and you're gonna have to let him learn his lesson. That's it. You can't make him do anything he doesn't want to do at this point. And it's like, okay, he's 20, so you feel like, oh, no. He's sleeping with this young lady. Obviously, he's about to move in with this young lady. Even if he has doubts about the paternity of the child, he doesn't want to get the test on his own. He won't go get the test on his own. So that tells you that there's literally nothing you can do, because if anybody's going to get a test, it's going to be him, because it's supposed to be his child, right? So he should be the one to get the test. And yet, here we are. So, ma'am, leave that child alone. Let him figure it out. Just let him make his mistake, and he gonna have to deal with it, because that's wild, okay? I don't really have no advice here, because you talking about your son is turning against you. He just wants to be left alone and let him make his mistake. He thinks he's in love. He thinks this is his little family. He probably feels like this is his end game, which I don't believe it is, because again, the ghetto, and she's beating on him, and it's very abusive in more ways than others. So yeah, I don't think this is the one he's going to end up with, but I feel like you need to let him go through it. But I also feel like, and I hate to say it, but you didn't raise him with the correct standards. Like, you missed something in your training of him or whatever. And again, as a parent of young men, I'm not trying to judge, but I feel like something's missing in this training that you gave this young man, that he thinks that this behavior is acceptable. Because it's like, if you don't think the baby is yours, go get a paternity test. Complexion alone is not a reason to doubt a baby. But if you have a doubt, I don't care why, you need to go get a test. That's it. The end. There's really no other way about that. And I'm all for that. And they was talking about mandatory paternity testing before people sign birth certificates. I agree. I'm all for it. I don't see why not. Just go ahead and get it over with. That would save a lot of people a lot of trouble, a lot of headaches, a lot of heartache. Like, bruh. Okay? So, listen, it is what it is. I really don't have too much advice here. I'm more like annoyed and disgusted and appalled at this, because I want to fight people. So, y'all can let me know how you feel about it. It's like, for me. But, there you go.